Did you guys know there's porn online? Apparently it's true. They're both freaking out. Look at the two of them. That's a totally shocked.
I'll be back. I'll be back in a second. Gotta go check that out.
I like how you were taking your shirt off, apparently.
No, a microphone.
Oh, the microphone.
I'm tied
okay.
in.
Oh.
All right. Well, according to Pornhub.com, their #1 porn star is a 21-year-old Lebanese girl named Mia Khalifa. We've got some pictures of Mia. There she is. I think we've got one more. So she grew up in Lebanon, but she moved to the United States when she was a teenager. She now lives in Miami, and she's a student at Florida State University. But as her popularity from her fine work has spread, so to speak, so has a lot of hate coming on her from Lebanon and throughout the Arab world. So first off, we're going to start with some of the hate tweets that she's getting. Okay, so the first tweet you're seeing here, we did not blur that out. This person who tweeted that deleted their account. So this is a screen grab from another website. What they're saying there is, bitch wonders why Arabs bash on her. Maybe because you fucking degraded Muslims in a porno, you 5-cent hoe. The next one, you do realize that you'll be the first person in hellfire, right? And then third, Mia Khalifa is a disgrace to the Islam religion. What a sick person wears a hijab during a porno. Now, what they're referring to there is that right there, where she is wearing a hijab. Now, this type of stuff happens in porn all the time. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of porn about nuns and teachers and all kinds of...
I can corroborate that.
All right, Brett's confirming that for me. Now, interestingly, Mia has been pretty outspoken in her own defense, so we've got a couple tweets from her. So this is after someone created an image of what appears to be an ISIS fighter beheading her. She wrote, "Congratulations, Middle East, what the threats have resorted to." And obviously you can see someone was saying coming soon. She also wrote, "Doesn't the Middle East have more important things to worry about besides me? How about finding a president or containing ISIS?" And someone tweeted at her, "Your head will be cut soon, inshallah. Long as it's not my tits, they were expensive." So she's having some fun with this. She's defending herself. Again, she no longer lives in Lebanon. She lives in the United States, so she's using her freedom of speech. Anyway, the whole point of this story, I think, is sort of that, I think, that porn, this is what could solve the Middle East's problems if these people wouldn't be so sexually repressed.
Yeah.
I think it would actually help.
Is it the 748 years younger the religion is than Christianity, that like they just haven't...
They haven't matured yet.
Mature into immaturity.
Yeah.
Right now they're being very mature. Right now they're being like, we're sticking to our rules and our guns, and this is what we do, and we're not going to give an inch. It's a very teenage response.
Yeah.
Now they need to get into like, oh, I can masturbate, it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to kill anybody. In fact, it makes me feel better.
So actually, is that part of it? Because people always say this, that Christianity, which is older than Islam, it went through its really terrible period. So this is only the natural extension of religion, sort of what's happening right now.
The natural progression of religion is to be like, you know what, we all masturbate, like, let's get over it.
Right, like to be really fearful of it, and then eventually be like, oh yeah.
It took Catholicism till today to get a cool pope.
Till right before we started this show, they just became okay with it. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not Catholic, but they had really cool popes back in the day. They were like sleeping around and doing all that stuff, but they were also like
denying it
and doing terrible things.
Yeah.
But like now, I mean, you got some time. Now that's not to say that all Muslims are like that,
of course,
etc. But like this arm of it is just so insane. You gotta stop it. But I think there would be, if someone's doing Jesus porn and for all those nun porn things, maybe not death threats, but definitely like.
Is there Jesus porn?
Oh, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. But
so this is another rule of porn. If you ask the question, is there blank porn? The answer is already yes.
Right. And that's sort of why I wanted to do this segment on this show, because we started with the thing in France, then we just talked about ISIS, and this story, this is so obviously linked to me that if people aren't free sexually and can get their sexual shit out in an appropriate way, that then that's fertile ground. I think that's what Bill Maher says. It's fertile ground for extremism, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fertile is a nice
fertile. You like the
fertile.
Seriously though, but joking aside, this girl is extremely brave, don't you think? Like as a female and as someone that's public and putting her stuff out there.
I mean, at first, it's always the first person to do something like this is going to see a lot of resistance and a lot of danger and threat. And it's not fair to be like, oh, she represents Muslims and she's degrading us. She's one person, and you know what? She's an American, and I support that.
Yeah.
And she's the #1 person. And I think she's the #1 person on Pornhub because I think someone retired.
What?
Yeah, that was the thing. Is like someone
Was there a real? It was a Christian porn star.
And
who,
it was like, I need to pass it on, and now she's the #1 person on Pornhub, and she's blown up like overnight.
Yeah.
She's gotten like a day ago she had 70,000 Twitter followers. Now she has 100,000. By the time this goes up, who knows?
Yeah.
But she's also going to come stay with us when she comes to Los Angeles. She's tweeted. Because we tweeted at her, my girlfriend and I. So
really?
Yeah, definitely. She's going to come hang out with us.
You know how many times you said "come" in that sentence?
Yeah.
3 times in one sentence.
Not subconscious.
Brett's up
Very
to
overt.
something.
On that note, Mia Khalifa, I would love to have you on the show, so let us know.